Hello, town employees. It's me, Libby Gibson, town manager. Guess what? I'm back in my own office. I am not in the radio closet anymore. Here's a little tour of my office. See how much better this is? I'm so happy to be back here. I am trying to avoid showing you my actual desk. You do not want to see that. So, a couple things I wanted to update everybody about. First off, I'm trying out a new face covering. See that? I kind of like the one where you just pull it up when you're going around because it's just so much easier than trying to wrangle your ears and the straps and all. But I have some of those too. So try out new face coverings. It's could be a thing. Okay, so a few other announcements. As people probably know, earlier in the week, the governor unveiled his statewide reopening plan. And I'm certainly not going to go through all that, but it is online, mass.gov, and there's a lot of information about it. It's sort of easy to navigate through. It's pretty straightforward, kind of. You know, if you're looking for something very specific, it can be a little hard to find on the state website. We're also trying to get some of the state information on our website, so it's maybe a little easier to find. But do check it out. The state stay-at-home advisory has turned into a safer at-home advisory is what it's being called, and all of the details about that are online. I will not go through all that. The other thing that is coming along with the state's reopening is safety standards for office spaces. This includes municipal office spaces. So town administration and facilities and others were, as you know, we're coming up with our reopening plan for town workplaces. And that involves physical barriers and hand sanitizing kits and stations and things like that, and a bunch of other things. And of course, after we did all that, the state then came out with their safety standards, which we now have to comply with. So their standards are more expansive than ours were. And so now we are working to comply with that. And there's a lot of information on the state website about that. So feel free to go to it. That is pretty easy to find. It's a link called Safety Standards for Office Spaces. And there are some requirements in there that we're working to comply with. These are all also going to be cataloged in an employee guidebook that HR is working on. We had it pretty well ready to go on last Friday. And then on Monday, well, we had heard that they were going to be coming out with something, so we held off on it, and now we have to really work on updating it. So just FYI, that is coming. Let's see here. Out-of-state travel. This keeps coming up, so I just wanted to mention it. There seems to be some ongoing confusion about whether or not people coming to Nantucket have to 14-day quarantine. The only issue with 14-day quarantining with travel is that if you are coming from out of state into Massachusetts, you are now urged to 14-day quarantine when you get to where you're going in Massachusetts. So what's come up is, well, if I'm staying somewhere in Massachusetts, like maybe Nantucket, for 4 days, how am I going to 14-day quarantine? Good question. Not addressed in the state advisory. All we can say is that, or all anybody in Massachusetts can say is, that's the state's advisory. So do what you will with that. Let's see. I want to talk about beaches. The state has also come out with beach guidance for cities and towns that have beaches. We're going through all of that. It is guidance. It is not necessarily requirements. They are suggesting that you follow it so there can be uniform rules at all city and town beaches in the state. So we're working on how to deal with that because obviously lots of beaches are different within the state of Massachusetts, and ours are no exception. So it will involve social distancing, bringing your mask to the beach, wearing it if you can't social distance, sanitizing, parking might be an issue. The capacity of vehicles on beaches will be an issue. We are going to have to calculate where people are allowed to drive onto the beach, how many vehicles can be there. That is going to be a number that is going to be difficult to deal with because right now, probably at most of our beaches that allow vehicles on them, there is no way we're going to get that many vehicles on this summer. So people are going to have to really be patient. You might not be able to go to the beach when you want to. People should start lowering their expectations about being able to get to your favorite beach spot in your car when you want. You might have to figure something else out for this summer. It's going to be difficult, all right? I don't want to say it's going to be simple. And we're trying to work through all of that. Short-term rentals have been an issue too. Those are currently not allowed. They are allowed in a later phase of the governor's reopening plan. And again, that is online. We do keep getting questions about it. They are not currently allowed. Economic impact, economic recovery. We're working on an economic recovery plan for our local businesses. And if you're watching the select board meetings, we talk about this every single Wednesday and what the town can do to make things easier for people. So tune into that. Okay, I want to mention there are 4 things everybody must continue doing, and this is of a lot of personal responsibility for people. These are not hard things to do. You need to wear your face covering when you cannot social distance. You need to do this. You need to wash your hands frequently. You need to be alert to any symptoms you might be experiencing that might relate to COVID-19. You need to stay home if you are sick, okay? All of these things have been emphasized by public health, state public health, local public health, the governor at every single press conference he does, our local legislators at every single discussion we have with them. Personal responsibility for these things is necessary if we are going to be able to move ahead with reopening. We do not want to go backwards. They say this all the time, so don't be that person. Okay, a couple of other things. We have 3 town employees who have been doing a government program. I forget the total name of it. I think it might be a certificate of management program through Suffolk University. It's an offering for municipal employees throughout the state. We have 3 employees who've been doing it. Erica Mooney from town administration, Rebecca Woodley Oliver, and Allie Penta, both from finance. They've been doing this program since, I believe, October of 2019. Guess what? They're graduating today. They've lately had to do their program on Zoom, but they were going over to the Cape on Fridays to do their program, but obviously they can't do that right now. So they're graduating today, and it's very exciting. So if you see them, please congratulate them. This has been a lot of time and effort on their part while they're also doing their regular jobs. So congratulations, you guys. We're really proud of you. Thank you. Memorial Day weekend. Now, I don't know quite what to say about, I've been getting some questions, are we going to be flooded with people? I have no idea. But yesterday when I left work, maybe around 5:30, this is Thursday, South Water Street, no cars. 1 person. I don't know what to say, but it seems like it might possibly be quiet. All right, I think that's it. We're going to try to keep up our videos, not as regularly as before, but again, if people have suggestions of things they want to hear about or see, or if you are an employee with a special talent, you know you're out there, let us know. We'd love to get you on video. Okay, have a great weekend, everybody. Talk to you soon.